buying a used Tesla, where should you pay attention to and what specific points are there for a Tesla? I will show you this episode. So let's go to the Plavo. Hi, welcome back. Today I'm gonna tell you the points that I will notice or I will look specifically to when I'm buying a used Tesla. Because buying a Tesla is not the same like buying a regular car, because a Tesla has some different points that are not in a regular car. And those I can try to explain to you in this episode. So let's go to the Plavo and I will show you. So the first points, if you walk towards a car, you look at how does it look. For example, check the front side of the car. You should watch if the paint is okay. There are not a lot of rock chips that damage the paint. Because like any other car, the Tesla has paint, and if you drive it a lot, you can get chips, and yeah, it's something you can watch out for. So you can check the, let's say, the hood of the car without the motor inside, and just check the front. And if you're in the front, you should also watch how the lights are doing, because you have to check if the lights burn brightly, so to say. Check if the lights are bright and if this line is straight, because if the lamps are damaged, it's going to be an expensive part to adjust, so to say. So if you're on the front side, just check also inside what we call the front, because there's no engine, you have extra space to place stuff. You can open it by using the app, or you can open it inside the car. You can open it, it goes up, and then you look in how does it look. Is it dry inside? Do you see any water? Because there shouldn't be any water, and especially inside what we call the front. I've got here a medical kit for first emergencies, something extra, and check if there is water. Furthermore, check if you have this, because you need this if you need a tow or you can't tow. Yeah? If you tow somebody, you will need it. So always check if it's there. So when it's dry, so you can check it best when it's just rain, because if you check it in the rain, you get wet yourself. And I don't like to get wet. Maybe you do, but I don't. Now place everything back, and don't slam this one down like you used to by normal. Just gently down, use both hands next to the emblem and just push down. You hear a click and then it's closed. Easy peasy. So the second thing you're gonna check is the tires. Because the tires, you have to check if the profile is deep enough, but also if it's worn out evenly, because every 10,000 kilometers Tesla advises to rotate the tires, because there's wear and tear, and if they are even, then they will last longer, your tires. So just check it if there is enough depth inside the profile. Also, you can check if there are a lot of scratches, because then people will hit the curves or not. Furthermore, of course, check here inside if it is okay and there's no damage. When you're down here, just also check if your brake discs are free of rust. So if you take it for a test drive, just brake a couple of times and check if there's still rust, because better that the garage change it then you have to change it by your own pocket money. Especially in the winter period, they use a lot of salt on the road, and then there is extra chance of rust. We check the front side, we check the tires, we just also check the windows. Yeah, check if there are stone chips, but also check if your windows have stone chips. Yeah, just look closely if it's there. But you don't only use the front window to check. Also go up here, because here it's over. You've got windows all over the place. So you check this one, you check this window, and you check the back window. I will explain to you a little bit later where to check that. You can check if it opens easy or not, and closes easy, and also if the window goes down. But furthermore, what you have to check is the bottom of the car. You can use your telephone again, because you have a flashlight on it and a camera, and my devices don't do it on a grass surface, but somewhere with stones. Yeah, just go flat on the bottom and go down and check if it's whole. Yeah, because if you can't check it by just watching, use the camera and just check if there's no damage on the downside of the car. So on the back side of the car, you're gonna check some things. First is the lights. You have here a small hole, and that is that the water can get out. So if there's a lot of water inside, you know there's something like a leak. A little bit you can have, but not too much. So especially if a couple of days where has been no rain, it should be dry like this. Yeah, so check it. I promise you where to look if you look at the window. Not the normal parts, but check here the edges, because you will see if I open the hood of the car, the glass will stay on its place and just the hood of the car will open. That means if there's a small rock somewhere like here, close it, you will break your window. Sometimes it's just a small crack in the window, but you don't want a crack in your window. At least I don't. If you buy a Tesla with a towing hook, if you have a towing hook, check if it's also on the papers of the car, because if they provide the towing hook when they deliver it at first, so it's placed in at the fabric, you are allowed to tow a trailer. If they mounted it later on, then you have the option to place something on it that will carry your bicycles, but you're not allowed to tow something. It will be a shame if you you want to buy a Tesla with a hook and you're not allowed to tow anything. If you open the car, just press the button, and like you see, glass will stay here, and also you check if it's still dry. Furthermore, if you check if there are if you have the loading cable, because you need this one. You have here, you have an extra pocket, and if you look inside here, you have some extra space. Also check if it's still dry, and check if there's maybe also a cable you can use to power your car with just the 220 volt. If you don't have a charger at home placed, maybe you're still ordering it, this will do also the trick, because some cars are provided, almost all the cars new used to be provided with this one, but the previous owner could take it with him. So if you want it, just check if it's there. Inside of the car is, I would say, almost similar to a normal car, just check if there are no damages. Yeah, at the seating, on the desk of the car, you know it is minimalistic. I like it, so you pretty quickly see if there are damages. But also check your screen, because the screen is the most important part of the car, because without the screen you can't use the car. You can't drive it, or you can't see how fast you're driving. Yeah. You can look at it as your iPad, and only this iPad controls your car. So you have to protect it and be really careful. Check also from the inside if the windows are not stone chipped or have damages, and just check everything. The more you check, the more you know. Now you check the front of the car. So if you do the front side, you also do the back side. Yeah, just look if there are damages on the back seat of the driver's seat or the passenger seat. Just look at what is the status of the car. You can also look pretty good inside to the window and see if there are damages. It should be nice and clean. Also here you have an extra compartment. Just check if it's what is the status. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. Join the channel. I've got here the link you can scan, or just click down the bottom. So these are the points I will advise you to check if you're buying a used Tesla. If you decided that you want to buy a new Tesla, just scan this link or check down in the description, because I have a couple of people I can make happy with a discount of 1,000 euros on when you buy a new Tesla. Maybe it's still active, maybe it isn't, I don't know. Furthermore, before I start with my small tip, if you get your Tesla delivered or the first day, you sign the papers, you pay the money, and you are allowed to drive away. I'll have one tip for you, and however, if you have another tip, please put it down in the comments below, because we can all learn from it, and that's why we watch these kind of videos, is just to learn. So my tip is, first time if they deliver the car to you, you take out your telephone again, you open the camera app and just take a video of the car. Why? Because the first time you get it, you are so happy that you are allowed to drive away, but then you will miss things. And maybe even if you do a close inspection, you didn't see everything. But after a couple of days, when you own the car, you will see, hey, I see a little bit of damage. And if you have it on camera, you can say to the garage, hey, has been broken. It wasn't my fault, it's your fault, fix it. And they are mandatory to do it. So I hope this video was helpful for you, and I hope to see you the next time. And maybe this video over there will be also some use for you. See you next time.